Good day, grade 7. It's English time. I am teacher Lester, your guide in becoming star learners of English. And this is English on Air. You've already experienced reporting or presenting in front of your class or a bigger audience, haven't you? On a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being the highest, how would you rate yourself? If it's a 9 or 10, good job! It seems like you aced your presentation. But if it's lower, no worries. This lesson is especially for you. Let's start by watching these two oral presenters. Notice how they deliver their presentations and try to give a score that's right for them.
It is important for us to understand the process by which water is produced. To elaborate on the water cycle, let me present to you the steps that it includes. First, liquid water evaporates into water vapor, condenses to form clouds, and precipitates back to Earth in the form of rain and snow.
Water cycle. Liquid water evaporates into water vapor. It condenses to form clouds. It precipitates back to Earth in the form of rain or snow.
So, what is your score for our two oral presenters? What were their strengths and points of improvement? I agree. The first presenter used proper sentence starters and transitions. His gestures were very good too. I also think that the strength of the second speaker was his use of a visual aid. I'm sure you're excited to help presenters 1 and 2 and yourselves become better oral presenters. So, it's the best time to proceed with our lesson. Together, let's discover the multimedia resources and oral language skills that can help you deliver various oral presentations more effectively. There are different oral presentation tasks that you might need to do in school, in competitions, or in your other engagements. The most common ones are giving information, giving instructions, making explanations, and doing personal and factual recounts. One way to enhance the effectiveness of your delivery is using multimedia resources. Multimedia refers to the integration of different elements such as text, graphics, drawings, images, animation, audio, and video. The material produced by such a combination is called multimedia resource. Some common examples of multimedia resources are PowerPoint or slide presentations, infographics, diagrams, vlogs or video blogs, and video presentations. These materials can be used in orally presenting various types of information. In choosing the multimedia resource to be used and the manner by which your presentation will be delivered, it's helpful to ask yourself some important questions. First, what is the purpose of your presentation? Second, what type of details are you going to deliver? And third, who are your target viewers or listeners? Let's take giving information. This could be done with the help of PowerPoint presentations that contain images and bulleted data such as names, dates, places, definitions, and descriptions about a topic. Infographics or information and graphics are either print or digital materials that you can also use for this task. It contains texts and illustrations to represent relevant information. You may use these resources in presenting certain concepts in subjects like English, math, and science. Just like how it is in other types of presentation, this task requires good voice modulation, consistent eye contact with your audience, proper posture, and appropriate but minimal hand gestures and body movements. In doing this, you also need to show a certain level of formality to establish the reliability of the information that you're presenting. Citing your sources also helps. So, you may need to start with phrases like according to and based on. Here's a tip in giving instructions. Video clips or presentations are effective in providing the steps for a certain activity. Through this, you can demonstrate the procedures to your audience. Diagrams and infographics could also help you in this oral presentation. You may use these resources in presenting certain directions and processes from your science, math, arts, PE, or TLE class. Take note, the purpose of this presentation is to help the audience do something successfully. Thus, the proper sequence of steps should be ensured. And to make your viewers notice it, use transition signals like first, then, next, after that, and lastly. Ready for the next? Making explanations could be done with the help of diagrams. Such resource uses arrows, lines, shapes, and other figures to show the relationship between or among the words or ideas presented. A video presentation can also be used to explain concepts. Remember, your goal is to make your listeners fully understand the concepts that you are explaining. So, emphasis on certain parts through repetition or using an increased volume and a higher pitch may be necessary. Key explanations may also be introduced with phrases like to explain further, for instance, and to illustrate. Our last pair of oral presentation tasks might look similar since both require a narration of events. But the first one is based on someone's own experience, while the other pertains to narrating past events that do not necessarily include the speaker as part of the occurrence. Which is which? You're right. The first one is personal and the other is factual. Personal recount. This can be effectively presented through a vlog, which is a popular medium on social networking sites. You can use this format in sharing your thoughts or feelings about certain happenings in your life. Unlike the first three oral presentation tasks, personal recounts can be more conversational and less formal. Your personal thoughts and emotions about the events that you're narrating may be expressed through emphatic facial expressions and body movements. Down to our last item. Factual recounts could be done through the use of a video presentation, which shows photos or video clips of the actual scenario, the place where it happened, and the people who were involved. This is commonly used in presenting news or current events. News reporters commonly use simple language and common words since their viewers come from different walks of life. So, star learners, are you ready to become star presenters too? You must be so excited. So here's your first challenge. Using what you've just learned, help me accomplish this oral presentation plan. Get your pen and paper and copy this table and the oral presentation tasks on the first column. Then, fill in the remaining boxes with answers after deciding on the most appropriate multimedia resource for each task, as well as a sample sentence to be delivered by the speaker. No need to draw or write the exact answers. Just copy the shapes. Here's our completed oral presentation plan. Check how similar or different it is from your version. Step 1. Unlock. If your plan is exactly the same as the given, you just did an amazing job. 5 stars from Teacher Lestar. If some details don't match, no worries. Just take note of the corrections and you can still join us on level 2. But let's first recall the following concepts. Oral presentation tasks may be giving information, giving instructions, making explanations, and doing personal and factual recounts. To do these more successfully, use the appropriate multimedia resources as well as relevant verbal and nonverbal communication skills and strategies. Your next mission is to accomplish the module and worksheet tasks for lessons 1 and 2. As an extra challenge, you may practice an oral presentation on a topic from any of your subjects. Apply your learning from this lesson. This has been Teacher Lestar, your guide in becoming star learners of English. Together, let's listen, speak, read, write, and think in English. See you on the next episode of English on Air. Have a great day!